I'm just waiting for some more people. Just waiting for the people to get in. If you're willing to, please comment where you're from in the chat box. Hello, guys. Not sure if you guys can hear me, but if you guys can, let me know. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm Waiting for some kind of confirmation. If you guys can do like a thumbs up on the video or type something on the chat box. Thank you for the thumbs up, so I know that's working. Thank you. Well, if you guys didn't know who I am, my name is Justin Dillon, founder of Open Carry Pennsylvania. For the last about 3.5 hours, I was on basically a conference with FOAC down in right outside of Pittsburgh, listening into what was going on, all the news related to Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Just to kind of give you guys a brief rundown on what's going on. Currently, we're still in the lawsuit with Pittsburgh. That is still going on. We are waiting for the judge to make a final decision, which has all gotten squared away basically at the end of last week. Moms Demand Action has been bleeding Pennsylvania dry with their attorneys, basically challenging every aspect of our lawsuit against Pittsburgh, which is being represented by Ceasefire PA, which is using an attorney basically pro bono to help them fight against gun owners throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So far, the total fight cost is at $40,000. We are basically trying to make sure that this case is heard. It will be heard. Unfortunately, Moms Demand Action's attorneys were pretty much successful in trying to drain our bank accounts. Unfortunately, it does cost a lot of money to fight state preemption, even though it's black and white and as clear as day. The thing that we have on our side is that this judge has already ruled in our favor in the past. So he's the one that actually ruled against Pittsburgh in the past. So it's looking extremely favorable to us. We're just waiting for his final decision since they tried to get, because FOAC is part of that lawsuit. They basically were trying to get membership information, where they lived, if they actually had a permit to carry, what kind of guns they owned, all this information that was not really relevant to the case at all. But they really did try to get this kind of information, and of course was stopped from getting that kind of information. But they were just basically prolonging the decision from the judge. So we're hoping that now, probably maybe this week, next week, we will hear something from the appellate court favorable to us. And then basically news for us. I've been running a donation ad through PayPal, and basically just trying to get the funds necessary to become a 501 3C or a different nonprofit status to further our cause down the road. It's kind of hard to ask for donations, monetary value from businesses or organizations without having a nonprofit status, because then they cannot write it off on their taxes. And we can't write off anything. Like I can't claim anything. So, going to Pittsburgh, going to Harrisburg, people want me to come all the way down to Philadelphia. Those things are basically being paid out of pocket with whatever money I get from work or under the table sources. Other than that, I don't get paid. None of us really get paid, um, like the NRA does, but we don't get paid to do any of this, to hold rallies, to do all this research, to send these emails. Um, which, speaking of which, we have drafted a extremely professional letter on behalf of Open Carry Pennsylvania to send to your local representatives, both House and state, or I'm sorry, the Senate and the House committees. So that will be coming out here real shortly today for people to, write their representative in and send that along to them, either email or Facebook or however you want to do that. So we've been working on that for a while. I want to give credit to my team for helping me with that, so you guys don't have to worry about grammar or anything like that. No mistakes are happening on that front. Um, Again, with the red flag law that is being highly talked about right now, with, of course, the shootings in Dayton, Ohio, and El Paso, Texas. They are now back to the forefront of being introduced in the new session in September when they come back. They're already talking about holding special meetings and committee meetings to try to get the support to pass these. So this is something that we definitely have to monitor and watch out for. Um, Red flag laws do remove due process. Um, we are opposed to this bill. It has already been introduced here in Pennsylvania. It's been introduced in Ohio. So we are constantly monitoring what's going on. But just kind of stay with us. Let us know what you guys think. If you have any questions, let us know. We are here to answer any questions you might have. There's a lot of misinformation that is going around about the red flag law, about what we're doing, the case in Pittsburgh. So if you guys want to get involved, you can reach out to me personally through the Open Carry Pennsylvania page by sending a message. I do receive those. You guys can ask something here if you want to. So this is, you guys are more than welcome to comment. I'm trying my best with the resources that I have, which, I don't have too many resources other than a lot of support throughout the gun community and other gun organizations like FOAC, Allegheny Sportsman League, um, Oath Keepers, Gun Owners of America. So I'm in constant contact with them throughout the week to see what we're going to be doing, what needs to be done, and what needs to be talked about. This is definitely not the year to sit back and wait for something to happen. I can't do this alone without you guys. So I would like your guys' support throughout the rest of this year. Unfortunately, I think that's what it's going to take for us to see any movement in the House or the Senate. Like I said, with the red flag law being introduced and being talked about when the session restarts, ammunition bans, certain ammunition type bans, restricting magazines, which they want to say that it's high capacity magazines, which that doesn't even exist. It's actually the regular size magazines that they're trying to ban that comes with your firearms. Some firearms hold like 6 rounds, some hold 16 rounds. It just depends on the gun, the ammunition, and the manufacturer. It has nothing to do with um, being a so-called high capacity magazine. Um, it's kind of hard to defend yourself if you only have 5 6 shots and you have more than one suspect trying to cause you harm. So, like I said, this is what's going on in Pennsylvania. Um, we're hoping again, like I said, that we hear something back for the Pittsburgh case that's been ongoing. We are debating on having another rally, either in Pittsburgh or in Harrisburg. Um, Not quite sure exactly where yet. We're trying to um, figure out where the best place to have it would be, um, and to have as big of an impact as we can. Of course, the one in Pittsburgh was one of the biggest rallies. Not too sure or confident that we could do that again. I would hope we could, but I don't. I'm not 100% sure on how it's going to go. I'm sure we're going to hit a lot of roadblocks this time around with Mayor Peduto leading the charge on trying to restrict gun rights in Pittsburgh with his ordinances. And so we don't know if we went to go file for an events permit, which technically we don't really need, but it's as a courtesy if they would give us the same courtesy as last time, or if they're going to give us um, stronger complications because of what the mayor's trying to do, and knowing we're going to be down there again. Um, so, like I said, please stay tuned. Of course, I didn't have a lot of people tune into this. I might be doing a Facebook Live video shortly after this to see what people think and try to get their attention. But I do appreciate you guys that did join in. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me on Facebook, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Again, thank you guys. Carry safely, and I'll see you next time.